Hi everyone, I'm Tammy with Crafty Southerner, and today we're going to learn how to crochet the moss stitch. This stitch is a very tightly woven stitch. As a matter of fact, one of its other names is the woven stitch or the linen stitch because it does kind of crochet up to look like a piece of fabric. This stitch is great for hot pads, for washcloths, for baby blankets, you name it, it can be used. It's just a very versatile stitch. So if you're ready to learn how to crochet this stitch, grab your hooks and let's get started. So as far as supplies, of course you're going to need yarn. I love this yarn brand. It is the Hobby Lobby store brand. It is a great yarn. It's so soft. I love using this yarn. This is in the color Peacock. And here we have a size 4 medium. And it usually calls for an eye hook, but honestly, I rarely ever use an eye hook with this. I usually use an H hook. Next, you're going to need, of course, your hook. This is my Susan Bates hook. I love Susan Bates. It has this real sharp edge to it, and it's really great for being able to grab that yarn and pull through tight stitches but anyway, today I'm using size H hook. Next, you're going to need a pair of scissors. You don't have to have any special scissors, just any old scissors that you have laying around will work. And of course, you're going to need a darning needle to weave in all of your ends. By darning needle, this is also called a tapestry needle. Just make sure that you have a needle big enough that you can fit the yarn through the eye. To begin, you're going to start by making a slip knot. You can do this any way you want. Just whatever works for you, however you learn to do it is fine. Okay, we are going to chain an even number of chains. It doesn't matter how many, just so long as it's an even number of chains. So it's 5, 6, is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, let's see, 13, 14, 15, we'll do 16. Okay. So you're going to start in the second chain from your hook. Remember, this chain never counts as your first chain. Here's your first chain, so that's 1 and 2. We are going to insert the hook into that chain, grab the yarn, pull through the hoop or the stitch, grab the yarn, and pull through both loops. And that is a single crochet. Then we're going to add on top of that a chain 1. So grab your yarn and pull through. This is the sequence that we are going to use for the entire pattern. So we're going to skip one and go into the next one. Now we're skipping one because we did this chain 1 at the top. So if you do a chain 1, you're going to skip 1. So let's see, that was our last stitch. We're skipping this one and we're going into here. Okay, grab your yarn, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 1. Okay, skip that one, go to the next stitch. Go in, grab your yarn, come out, grab your yarn, pull through, grab your yarn, pull through. Okay, we're going to skip the next stitch and then the next stitch. In, grab the yarn, out, grab the yarn, pull through 2, grab the yarn, pull through 1. Skip that one. Let's see if we can get it in there. Okay, grab the yarn, pull out, grab the yarn, pull through, chain 1. Okay, we're going to skip this one. Go in, grab the yarn, pull out, grab the yarn, pull through, chain 1. Okay, we're skipping this one. We're going to do another single crochet here. Grab the yarn, pull out, grab the yarn, pull through, chain 1. Okay, here we're down to our last 2 stitches. We have one here and one here. If you don't end with a skip And then this one, you've probably miscounted your chains because you should always end with these 2 stitches. We're going to skip this one and we are going to single crochet into this very last stitch here. So we're going to do our single crochet and we're going to go ahead and do our chain 1 and then we're going to turn. Okay, so we've done our chain 1. Now here's what I want you to look for. Do you see these 2 little bars right here? On the other side of the bar, next to it, there's going to be a hole. That is called your chain 1 space. That space is made because you put a chain 1 on top of your crochet. So we are going to go into that hole, grab the yarn, pull through, grab the yarn, pull through 2, and chain 1. Now again, there's your 2 bars. You're going to find that hole next to it. That's your chain 1 space. Do a single crochet in the chain 1 space and chain 1. Here's your 2 bars, chain space. We're going to do a single crochet and chain 1. There's your bars. There's your chain space, single crochet, and chain 1. And we're going to do this all the way down to the end of the row, and then I'm going to show you how to finish off this row. There's your bars, right here, single crochet, chain 1. There's your 2 bars. You're going to do a single crochet, chain 1. Now, right here, it's hard to see, but you do have those 2 bars there. They're kind of wonky to see, but right over here in this is where we did our chain 1 when we came up to the next row. Right here, we're going to do our final single crochet and our chain 1. And we're going to turn. Let's get some more yarn here. Okay. Now, we're going to do this row just like we did the last row. And every row after this is going to be done the exact same way. There's your 2 bars. And it's kind of hard to see that hole. I mean, you really got to kind of pull it to see the chain 1 space, but it's right there. So we're going to single crochet and chain 1. Find your next chain 1 space, single crochet, chain 1. Next crochet space, chain space, single crochet and chain 1. Right there, single crochet and chain 1. And if you're having a hard time finding it, remember to look for those 2 bars, because right beside that is going to be your chain 1 space. And eventually, the more you do this, the more you'll be able to just kind of know where to put your hook. Chain 1. Okay, and then I got fuzz on my yarn. There's your 2 bars right there. So right over in here, you're gonna put your hook under that chain 1 that we did when we turned. And you're going to do a single crochet there. And that is the moss stitch. Now, if you were going to keep going, you would just come over here, you chain 1, and keep going. If you were done after you did that last single crochet, you would cut your yarn. So let's go ahead and let's assume that that's where we're done with. We're finished with it. We're going to grab our scissors and cut. And we're going to go ahead and just pull that loop on through to tighten it up. Reach over here. We're going to grab our, I always call it a darning needle. It's a tapestry needle. Sometimes I call it a crochet needle. We're going to feed the yarn through that that top. And see, that's why it's important to make sure you have an actual tapestry needle or a darning needle, whatever you want to call it, because a regular sewing needle you're not going to get that yarn through it. And to finish off, we just weave through. Come on. All right, we're going to come down a couple and then start weaving through. Just kind of want to go in between those stitches and pull through. Well, it came out. Put it back in. Okay, and then you want to go back through the other way, back right along in there. And then a little tip that I like to use is pull your yarn up a little bit and then snip it. And you see where it's got this little tail right here? When you pull it back down, it's gone. And you'll do the other thing with the other side of the yarn. So that's how you do the moss stitch. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that like button. And hey, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe bell and turn notifications on so you'll know every time I post a new video. Until next time, bye.